Guys, hi and welcome to this lesson number 2 on the how to speak Demanean. Hi everyone. I'd like to say thanks for the positive feedback from my first video, and here I'm glad to present the second one. So here we go. Sorry, getting low to start. Yeah, so привет, как тебя? So привет, hello, and new phrase как тебя means how are you? I hope that you're all doing well. So yeah. What we're going to be looking at today in today's lesson, or in class, is stress, grammar, and introduction, and some phrases. And I didn't bother putting up some summary because, why bother? The stress is very important because in Demanean, if you don't have the stress in the correct way, it changes the meaning of the word, much like in English, and sometimes it can sound rude and sloppy. So it's very important that you understand some certain stress patterns. So, firstly, stress rules. In Demanean, we only have 2 stress rules. One syllable words only have 1 stress. They can never have 2 stress points. So, sometimes they can have what sounds like 2 stress points, but that would be the second one is always less prevalent or not as strong as the primary or first stress point. So that's an important fact. And the second one, stress can only be found on vowels. However, you can sometimes stress the whole syllable, which will include consonants as well, but usually it just molds with the vowel, which is the main root of the stress anyway. So yeah, you can't stress consonants, only vowels. So when you see the stress marks, usually they're over vowels. And here are some examples. So we have the word привет, which means hello. You can see the stress mark on the I. Привет. Then you have спасибо. Спасибо means thank you. Спасибо, which is down here. Stress mark on the A. Then день. День, which means day. And stress mark on the I. This is a 1 syllable word, so following the rule, there's only one stress point. Привет has a second stress point, which is here, but that's only because it's a yeah vowel. Now, the second stress point in 2 syllable words usually falls on the yeah, the second yeah vowel. If there's 2 yeah, the yeah vowels are considering ya, yo, you, and yeah. And if there's a second yeah vowel in the word, or just in the second syllable, then it'll have sort of a small amount of stress on it, like привет, привет. So you can just about hear it. But here it's спасибо, спасибо. The stress doesn't really fall on the second vowel here. It's because it's not a yeah vowel, it's just a ah. So it's just a small little puff there. And this one, same thing. Машина, машина, машина. The stress falls on the first syllable a, but is not very prevalent on the second syllable a. So you'll just have it here. And yeah. Fortunately, I'm not going to be marking out these stress points, but you should be able to hear it, and if you just repeat it the same way as I do, then you should be perfectly fine. So here you have simple stress patterns. So stachur, stachur, stachur. Grammar. This is an introduction to grammar I'd like to give to you. I'm not going to be going into these in any detail, except for Demanean has 6 cases. Now, this is the nominative, accusative, dative, genitive, prepositional, and instrumental. Now, nominative is the subject of the sentence and has no ending. The nominative case is the dictionary form of a word. Every word you find in the Demanean dictionary will be in the nominative case. Accusative has the ending e or e. That's in its own rule. The dative case, which shows the indirect object, is the ending ch. Genitive, which is the possessive or relation, has o or you. The prepositional has, well, these are sort of like prepositions in English, like at, where's she at, ending on a preposition. So yeah, v, so, na, dva, s. Neva mala. Malna, sorry. Getting tongue-tied. And instrumental is how something is completed or done, and that's av, ava, viesh, wiem, ilv, yev, or yav. And yeah, there's a lot there. I'll be going into these in more detail, but first let's touch on the nominative case, because this is, and the, well, nominative and genitive case, because I have some phrases for you in the next slide here. Phrases. So, Привет, как тебя? Now this is the word for you, and it is in the accusative case, because we're asking how you are. Как тебя? And you can see how the word for you changes to что тебе хорошо. Yeah, this noun means name, and it's usually spelled хорошо with an O, but because it is showing possession, which is belonging to you, the subject, it changes from O to U, as you saw here. See, genitive ending is U or you. Mainly 90% of the time it's you. So yeah, and here you can see it's changed from oh dear, I've made a mistake. That's supposed to be ya, not U. Not anyway, I'll make a correction there. So тебе means yours. Что means what. Что тебе хорошо, simply what's your name. So yeah, I thank you very much for watching this second installment, and I do apologize for the small technicality, but I will get that sorted. But yeah, that's supposed to be тебя. Yeah. Spasiba, thank you for watching, and I do apologize for the small technicality. I'll be getting the second video out, and the second one will be touching on the pronouns. So that's you, me, he, she, it, and I'll have the correct pronoun there for you. Thanks very much for watching. Большое спасибо. Пока-пока.